Alright, welcome back, coders. This is a short tutorial on MCE08, which is about using loops with variables. So our last screencast we talked about creating variables for use inside of a line of code. This time we're going to make a loop with variables, and I'm going to show you how you can move, how you can turn, you can build stuff, you can have your robot detect if something's in front of it. You can have your robot attack or destroy or collect things that are in front of it as well. So we're going to talk about all those things to make your robot extra interesting. What you're going to be doing is you're going to create a loop. You're going to create a loop that just includes either you can build stuff with your robot on a loop, you can attack stuff in an area in a loop, or you can destroy blocks to collect materials, basically mining. If you want, you can try to get your robot to do something even more interesting or complex. If you get really interesting, then you'll get extra credit. And we're going to work on this tomorrow as well. So you have some time to work on creating a really interesting function for your robot to do. For right now, let's get into what we previously worked on. We created a variable last time. I'm going to just recreate that whole process here. So I joined a just basic grass. If you press C, you may have to update your Minecraft. Just try using a different computer for right now. Oh, you switch it, it does it for both of them? Oh, okay. I'll help you out and just give me a few minutes real quick. Alright, so we're going to go into code here. And we're going to click on our player section here. Or I'm sorry, player section. We're going to grab a chat command. And I'm going to call this chat command square. I'm going to make my robot move in a square with a loop. Or actually, maybe I should call it zigzag. I'll make him zig, and I'll create another one called zag. Alright. I'm going to create a variable for each one of these just by clicking on that little plus sign next to it. I'll just leave the name as num1 for right now. That's fine. Now inside of this area, this chat command, I'm going to grab a loop and I'm going to make it repeat a certain number of times. I'm going to just grab a repeat block and pop those in both of these commands. Now all I have to do is go into my variables and grab the num1 variable and drag that into the repeat block here. Now, if I put anything inside of this section, it will repeat the number of times that I type. After I type zig, if I type space and a number, it will repeat anything inside this code as many times as I want. So, I'm going to have my robot move forward by 1. I'm going to go into my robot section again. And I'm going to go down to the attack forward block and drag that there. If you go into the agent blocks and you go down to the actions section, you're going to see all the different actions you can use. You can make him place something down. Whatever he has in his inventory at the time, he can place behind him or in front of him or above him. So if you put some blocks in his inventory, you can do that. In fact, let's try doing that. I'll grab the place back. Yes, so I grab the place back block and I put that in here. But he needs to have something in his inventory in order for this to work. So I'm going to go into agent here. And down towards the bottom, you're going to see set block or item in the inventory section. I'm going to grab that and put that up here at the very beginning. So it's going to set his block or item to whatever I give him here. Let's see. I want him to set down a flower. There we go. So now he has a flower that's given to him at the beginning of my code. He moves forward by 1. He'll attack, and then he'll put a flower behind him. And he'll do this as many times as I type a number after zig. So I'm going to type zig 5, and you'll see he attacks and he drops down 5 flowers. In fact, let me stand in front of him and see if he attacks me. Oh, I have to be in survival mode, huh? Yes. There you go. I think I also need to disable the player damage. What's that? Okay, so your code should be something like this. You should have a repeat block that uses a variable to run a set of commands. The set of commands is up to you. You can play around. There's a whole bunch of different things that we could try. I can make it to where maybe he also turns. So I'm going to make him turn. What you put inside of this repeat block, that's up to you. It doesn't have to do exactly what I'm showing you to do. But I do want you to see that you can give your robot an item. And then if you use the place block, he will actually drop that behind him. Remember, you have to type a number after the command to make it work. So if I have zig, I have to type zig and then space and then a number. Now he's going to turn around a bunch of times as he places things. An interesting thing you could do on top of this is I can use this same variable, the num1 right here that I type in. I can use that to affect other numbers. So where it says agent move forward by in a block, I'm going to put a variable in that block. And you can see now that it's going to repeat that number of times, but my agent will also move forward by that number of times. So I can really randomize my code. Alright, I hope you have fun with this. You need to create a chat command that uses a loop, that uses a variable. And inside that, you can make your robot do whatever you'd like. Try to set your robot to do something interesting. It can attack, it can place objects, it can destroy, it can till the ground, and it can collect items that are on the ground as well. So if you use the destroy forward and the collect all blocks, that will cause your robot to effectively mine things. I hope you have fun with this, and I hope to see you soon.